Hi guys, Tim Baker here with MMAupload.com. If you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe, hit that bell icon. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers so I can start holding some live videos, live discussions. I want to talk to you guys, know what you guys are thinking, what you guys want to talk about, what you guys want to talk to me about, ask me questions, and just what's on your mind. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the MMA world right now. Obviously, we got UFC 217 coming up, GSP, and Michael Bisping, and they got some funny interviews going on between those two. GSP, are you intoxicated? Are you intoxicated? That's all he just keeps going back to that with Michael Bisping, and Michael Bisping keeps going, no, I'm not intoxicated. No, I'm not intoxicated. It cracks me up. So GSP obviously had to put on some weight for this upcoming bout with Michael Bisping. So he took a hiatus about 4 years ago. He wanted to hang up the gloves. He said he had some stuff he had to work on mentally, and that was at 170 pounds. Now he's moving up to 185 because fighting is like the stock market. You know, it fluctuates all the time. And right now, Michael Bisping is at the very top. And so he's got the highest stock value. And that's who I want to fight is Michael Bisping because he has the highest stock. So that's my GSP impression. So he ended up gaining the weight. And I completely agree with him that he says he wants to feel natural at that weight. So, you know, protein shakes, probably some creatine, obviously weightlifting. He's always been in gymnastics. But when you put on weight, if you do it pretty quickly, like me, I've put on 40 pounds in 4 months before when I was following Rich Piana's Bigger by the Day program. I didn't do any juice or anything like that. It was just I started with 4 meals a day, ended up working up to 9 meals a day, started out about 45 to an hour workout sessions, and I moved those up to about 2.5 hours long. And I gained weight pretty freaking quick, but with that being said, your body still has to adapt to it. So what do I mean by that? Is I gained the weight, so I could move more weights in the gym, but functionally, my body was not as functional as it was. So, say I wanted to do a sprint. If I gained the weight, if I put on 15 pounds or 20 pounds or 30 pounds, GSP's probably put on about 30 pounds for this fight, he's not going to be able to hold the cardio. His cardiovascular system is going to go down because it's going to require his muscles. His muscles will require more oxygen to use until his body adapts to it. So, if he was going to do a sprint at 170 pounds as opposed to 185, if his body's not adapted to the 185 pound weight, he's not going to be able to move as fast. So he got up to the weight, and then once he got to the weight, he wanted to maintain the weight for 8 months, 12 months. I actually think he said 16 months he wanted to maintain that weight so he could feel completely natural. I think that's a little long. With the level of athleticism that he has, but it's GSP, so he's one of the best fighters in UFC history. But he's going up against the winningest fighter in history. No fighter has more wins than Michael Bisping in the UFC. So that's going to be a good fight. Michael Bisping just keeps saying that GSP is going to jab and try to take me down and not get hit. He doesn't want to stand and trade, and it just cracks me up. I love watching all those. I love watching the interviews that he has going on. They just went to Canada and they dropped the puck on the ice with Dana White. Speaking of Dana White, so Dana White. Someone asked Dana White if there was going to be a Mayweather-McGregor 2. Dana White said it's highly unlikely, but anything's possible, basically. So he doesn't think Mayweather's going to come out of retirement to fight McGregor again, but, you know, anything's possible. No one thought he was going to come out of retirement to fight McGregor the first time. But, I mean, you got $300, $400, $500 million check coming your way just to show up. That might change your mindset a little bit, you know what I mean? So that's what's going on. I don't think that fight's going to happen. I just don't. I think Conor McGregor needs to step back into the UFC and defend his title. He's not defending a title. He beat Jose Aldo at 145. I think that was in 2015. And he's not defended that title since. So that title was vacated. And he moved up to 155 to fight, well, initially, so he beat Jose Aldo at 145. He was going to move up to 155 to fight Rafael dos Anjos. Rafael dos Anjos ended up with a foot injury or an ankle injury, and Conor McGregor said, it's just a bruise. It's just a bruise. Get the fuck in the cage. It's just a bruise, you fucking pussy. That's what he said. And that was my Conor McGregor impression, so hopefully you guys like my Irish accent. Anyways, where was I at? Conor McGregor. He didn't end up fighting RDA at 155 for the title. He moved up to 170 to fight Nate Diaz. A lot of people wanted that fight after RDA pulled out because Conor McGregor's a money fight. He's the name of MMA right now. And so when RDA stepped out, there was a lot of people that wanted that fight. Frankie Edgar wanted the fight. Khabib Nurmagomedov wanted the fight. Nate Diaz wanted the fight. There's a lot of people wanted the fight. So Nate Diaz actually ended up getting the fight on 11 days' notice. So Conor McGregor went through the whole training camp. He had a 4-month training camp. Fought Nate Diaz at UFC 196 at 175 or 170 pounds. So he moved up 25 pounds to fight Nate Diaz. Ended up getting choked out in the second round and came back, fought him at 170 pounds again, ended up winning by decision. So originally, the bout was supposed to be at 155 pounds, but they couldn't come to an agreement. Conor McGregor was saying that Nate Diaz couldn't cut the weight. Nate Diaz was saying that he could cut the weight. My mindset, my eyes, if you could have cut the weight, why didn't you? But you only had 11 days. So if you would have cut, I don't know what you were sitting at. You were probably sitting at about 180 or 190 pounds, maybe even 200. And to cut that much weight with no camp, probably dangerous. So that's a good reason that it was at 170. I know Nate Diaz asked for, well, Conor McGregor wanted it at 155, and that didn't happen. So he said, okay, 160, we'll do a catchweight bout. Nate Diaz came back, said 165. Conor McGregor said, no, you tell him 170. So they fought at 170. So those two fights ended up happening, and so Conor McGregor ended up winning that fight. Then RDA came back, ended up losing to Eddie Alvarez. I believe that was a second round fight or first round. I can't remember off the top of my head, but Conor McGregor came back at, I want to say UFC maybe 206. I can't think of. Actually, I got my computer right here, so let me just pull it up really quick. Conor McGregor versus Eddie Alvarez. Let's see. That was UFC 205, not 206. So 196, he fought Nate Diaz. 202, Nate Diaz again. 205, Eddie Alvarez. Then he took a hiatus to fight Floyd Mayweather. And now we're waiting on his next fight. It's not been signed, but I think he's got to defend his belt. So I'm thinking it needs to be Conor McGregor and Tony Ferguson. for the 155-pound title. That'll be a good fight because Tony Ferguson has got a chin. He's got some jiu-jitsu. Eddie Bravo is his jiu-jitsu sensei, and Eddie Bravo's jiu-jitsu is one of the top-notch in the world. So, with that being said, obviously, Tony Ferguson's jiu-jitsu is going to be pretty elite as well. So UFC 217 coming up. Man, I tell you what, after it's during 217. Cody Garbrandt, TJ Dillashaw. Man, I cannot wait for this fight. I don't know if you guys have been watching all the build up to the fight, but there's an extreme amount of animosity between both Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw. So the backstory behind TJ Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt was Uriah Faber ended up creating Team Alpha Male, and TJ Dillashaw, Uriah Faber brought TJ Dillashaw from college into Team Alpha Male because he was a collegiate wrestler. So basically recruited him right out of college to get into MMA and Team Alpha Male. He wrestled at 125 and he's fought at 135. And so he was training at Team Alpha Male with, Uriah Faber, Duke Rufus, and basically the Team Alpha Male team. And I said Duke Rufus. I meant Dwayne Ludwig. I'm sorry, guys. So he started at Team Alpha Male with Uriah Faber, and then there was they brought in a different coach, which happened to be Dwayne Ludwig, and Cody Garbrandt was training there at the same time. And Cody straight up asked him, he's like, are you with us or are you with them? What's going on? And even on The Ultimate Fighter, Cody Garbrandt, put his neck out there to defend TJ Dillashaw because he was one of the coaches coaching alongside of Uriah Faber and defended him against Conor McGregor, and they got into it. Come to find out, Conor McGregor's calling him, oh, look, there's the little snake in the grass. There's the little snake in the grass. And come to find out, TJ Dillashaw actually did dip out of Team Alpha Male. And I don't know where he's training at now. What is the name of his gym? Hold on, I'm Googling it really quick for you guys because I can't think of it off the top of my head. King's MMA. That's where TJ Dillashaw went. So Cody Garbrandt's been calling him out, and Cody Garbrandt, grabbed his neck and, that was pretty cool. That's one of the highlight videos on all the promos for the TJ Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt fight. That fight's going to be at 135 pounds. Let's see. Here's a little snip of...
How's it going, guys? I'm in the house of King's MMA. Just got a great workout with Mark Munoz for the wrestling practice. If you're in the Huntington Beach or Orange County area, I'm telling you, this is the place to be. I'm fighting for a world title, and this is where I'm going to be doing my camp. Come in and join us and have some fun. How's it going, guys? I'm in the house.
All right, so that was TJ Dillashaw. That's I'm on bjpen.com. So yeah, that's why there's a lot of animosity going on between there because basically Cody Garbrandt and Uriah Faber both felt like they were betrayed. And I completely understand that. If TJ Dillashaw was open about it, saying, hey guys, I think I'm going to transition to this gym. because my compatibility, I mesh really well with Dwayne Ludwig. And I think they would have respected him a lot more for it. But, you know, he was being shady about it, saying, you know, I'm still with you guys, and then dipped out. So that's really shady. So that's why there's a lot of hate, basically. You know, stop the hate, guys. Just love each other. I know you guys are in the fighting business, but come on, man. Joanna Jedrzejczyk and Rose Namajunas. That's going to be at 115 pounds. That'll be good. Joanna Jedrzejczyk, she is on a 6-fight winning streak. I believe it's 6. It's either 5 or 6. And if she wins one more, she ties Ronda Rousey's record or she beats Ronda Rousey's record. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. But Joanna Jedrzejczyk, her striking, bar none, is the best women's striking in the UFC division, period. Out of all women's divisions, she has, bar none, the best striking. Her Muay Thai skills are just, they're uncomparable to anybody else. However, she is a small fighter, so she did fight, I'm sorry, guys, I can't think of all these names. Anyways, she fought a wrestler, got picked up, got slammed. I know she's working on her jiu-jitsu, but I think Rose Namajunas' jiu-jitsu is going to be a little better. So what Rose needs to do, or what Joanna needs to do, keep the distance, strike at range, keep those combos, rapid punches. She has a high strike per minute rate, probably the highest in the women's division also. She's just so quick. The only way I see Rose winning this is either by, you know, a knockout. I know she went in with a flying kick on one fight, which was really cool. Knocked a girl out with a flying. No, that was not Rose Namajunas. That was Paige Van Zandt doing the flying kick, knocking the girl out. Anyways, so Rose, how I see her winning this fight is she's got to close the distance, get the takedown, work on the jiu-jitsu, get the submission. I think that's the only way that she beats Joanna, is control her on the ground or get a submission. I don't think you're going to beat her on strikes. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think you're going to get picked apart if you try to stand and trade with her. But your jiu-jitsu's... So I think you need to close the distance, get in the clinch, make it a dirty boxing match, a dirty kickboxing match. Don't let Joanna stand and trade with you. Don't let her find her range. Be aggressive. Bring the fight to her. And I think that's the way that Rose is going to win that fight. To me, Rose looks a little bigger than Joanna. And their fight stare down, it was funny. They were right there. And then Joanna did. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. But I saw those heels Joanna was wearing. They looked like they were the same height, but Joanna was wearing some 4-inch heels. So that made them look pretty similar in height. And so that's what's going on in the UFC world right now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you guys can please subscribe, hit that bell icon below. If you're watching this on my Facebook page, please click the link. Go to my YouTube, subscribe. I'm trying to build up to 100 subscribers so I can do these live videos with you guys. I want to talk with you guys. I want to know what's on your mind. Let's have a conversation, and let's have a good time. Let's love each other, guys. All right, have a great night. I'm getting ready to do my workout. I got a bench, got some resistance bands, got 35-pound dumbbells, 25-pound dumbbells, 15-pound dumbbells, and 10-pound dumbbells. You can get a good workout with that. Obviously, it's not heavy weight, so I'm going to be doing more reps. When I go to the gym, I usually do heavier weight. When I'm at home, I usually do lighter weight and more reps. Just a good, changing it up a little bit, keeping the muscle confused, or keeping the body confused, muscle confusion, all that stuff. So, again, my name's Tim Baker with MMAupload.com. I'm still working on my website. I will let you guys know as soon as I get that posted, or as soon as I get that updated, and I'll let you guys know when it's ready to be available. I'll have MMA gear on there. I'll have videos, blog posts. I'm going to be doing blog posts probably daily, if not every other day. So that's what's going on in my life right now. And I hope you guys have a great night. So I'll talk to you guys later. Stay tuned for more videos. Again, third time, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon if you're on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, please go to my YouTube and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. I love you. Have a great night.